Welcome student. Henceforth, the videos of second term will be posted. Our subject is Mathematics Standard 7. Our chapter is Direct Proportion and Inverse Proportion. Now, look at this table. Number of children and number of notebooks. Now, if you observe or if you take the ratio of number of children to number of notebooks. So we have 15 upon 90, then 12 upon 72, 10 upon 60 and 5 upon 30. So if you find the ratio, it comes to 1 upon 6, 1 upon 6, 1 upon 6 and 1 upon 6. Here the ratio is constant or same. So from this example, you observe that as the number of children increases, the notebooks also increases. Or in other way, if the number of children decreases, the number of notebooks also decreases. So such example shows direct proportion. So from this example, we observe or we come to know that if one quantity increases, the other quantity also increases. Or other way around, if one quantity decreases, the other quantity also decreases. This shows direct proportion. So let us move to the exercise. Exercise number 37. The first sum, if 7 kg onions cost 140 rupees, how much must we pay for 12 kg onion? So here the cost of onions is directly proportional to the weight of the onions. So here we have to take the ratio of the weight and the cost. So let the cost of 12 kg onion be X. Now if we have to write the ratio of weight of onion and its cost. So we have the ratio 7 kgs of onion cost rupees 140. So 12 kgs of onion will cost how much? So that we have to find out. So doing the cross multiplication, we have 7 into x is equal to 140 into 12. Therefore, x is equal to 140 into 12 upon 7. You have to divide both sides by 7. So here 7 ones are and 7 20s are. So it comes 240. So cost of 12 kgs of onion is 240 rupees. So this is direct proportion. So we will solve the next sum. If 600 rupees buy 15 bunches of feed, how many will 1280 rupees buy? So this is also the example of direct proportion. So we will solve it. Fifteen bunches, they can be purchased in 600 rupees. How many bunches will be purchased if we have 1280 rupees? So we will do the cross multiplication. So therefore we have 600 into x is equal to 15 into 1280. Now you have to divide both the sides by 600. So you have x is equal to 15 into 1280 upon 600. See this 0 cut. 15 ones are 15 fours are. 4 ones are 4 threes are 12 and 4 twos are. So now here the cost is increasing. So naturally you can buy more number of bunches. So in 1280 rupees you can buy 32 bunches of feed. Now the fourth example we will solve. The next example, fourth one, the cost of 12 quintals of soybean is 3600 rupees. How much will 8 quintal cost? Now here the quantity of soybean is decreasing, so cost will also decrease. So this is an example of direct proportion. So we will solve the example. 12 quintals cost 36,000 rupees. So 8 quintals will cost how much? That we have to find out. So by doing cross multiplication, we have 12 into x is equal to 36,000 into 8. Divide both the sides by 12. So we have x is equal to 36,000 multiplied by 8 upon 12. 12 ones are 12 threes are 36 and 3 zeros. So here we have the answer 24,000. So 8 quintals of soybean will cost 24,000 rupees. Now we are going to the next part, that is inverse proportion. Look at this chart. Here number of workers and number of days to complete the given work is shown in this table. Now if the number of workers increases, the number of days to complete the work decreases. If the number of workers decreases, the number of days to complete the work increases. So this such type, it shows the inverse proportion. And now if you find out the product, everywhere the product comes 240. So in inverse proportion, the product is same or constant. When the value of one quantity increases, the value of another related quantity decreases proportionately. And when the value of the first quantity decreases, the value of the related quantity increases proportionately. And if the product of these two related quantities remains constant, then this relation, it shows inverse proportion between the two quantities. So here this chart or this example, it shows inverse proportion. Examples from practice set 38. The first example. 5 workers take 12 days to weed a field. How many days would 6 workers take? How many would 15 take? Now here 5 workers, they are needing 12 days to take out the weeds from the field. So now 6 workers will take how many days, that we have to find out. Now if the number of workers increases, the number of days to weed the field will decrease. So this is inverse proportion. So let us write in this form. Number of workers and number of days to complete the work. Now 5 workers, they are taking 12 days. 6 workers will take how many days? This we have to find out. So naturally the number of days will decrease. So we have to, now in inverse proportion, we have to write or equate both the sides by their product. So we have, first we will take 6 into x, this product to one side, 5 into 12 the other side. So find out the value of x. So x is equal to 5 into 12 upon 6. Divide both the sides by 6. 6 1s are 6 2s are 10 days. So 6 workers will require 10 days to complete that work. Now if the number of workers is 15, so how many days they will require? Similarly, we have 15 into x is equal to 5 into 12. So now here the number of workers is 15. So the number of days will reduce. So we will find out the value of x. X is equal to 5 into 12 upon 50. So reduce it. 5 1s are 5 3s are 3 1s are 3 4s are. So 15 workers will require 4 days to complete the same work. Now we will solve the next sum. Second sum, Mohan Rao took 10 days to finish a book, reading 40 pages every day. How many pages must he read in a day to finish it in 8 days? Now, for 40 pages, he is requiring 10 days to read that book. Now here the number of days are reduced, so the number of pages will increase. This shows inverse proportion. So we will make the chart in this way. Pages read and number of days to read the book. So 40 pages he read in 10 days. So in 8 days he will read how many pages, that we have to find out. So this is the example of inverse proportion. So let us equate in the form of equation. So x into 8 is equal to 40 into 10. Therefore x is equal to 40 into 10 upon 8. 8 1s are 8 5s are. So he will require 50 days. He will read 50 pages in 8 days. Now he was reading 40 pages in 10 days. Now here the number of days are reduced. Therefore the number of pages will increase. So we got the answer 50 pages. Now we will go to the fourth example. The stock of grain in government warehouse lasts 30 days for 4,000 people. How many days will it last for 6,000 people? Here the grain stock, it is lasting for 30 days for 4,000 people. Now if the number of people increases, naturally the stock, it will require, the days will be reduced. The number of days will be reduced. because here the number of people is increasing. So let us write or solve the example. Number of persons and the number of days. For 4,000 people, the number of days for the stock of grain is required 30 days. Now, if the number of person is increased, that it is 6,000, then naturally the number of days of the stock will be reduced. So, this is inverse proportion. So, let us equate both the sides. 6,000 into x is equal to 4,000 into 30. Therefore, x is equal to 4,000 into 30 upon 6,000. 6 1 6 5. So for 6,000 person, the stock will last for 20 days. Here the days are reduced. This shows the inverse proportion. The third example from this exercise you will do for homework.
Done.
With this we have completed the exercises on direct proportion and inverse proportion. You can do the homework in your classwork.
By this, we have completed first part of chapter number 9. Now let's meet in second part in the second video. Thank you, students.